So guys, a major development has just taken place for the Pixel 6 and the 8 series. So if you have installed the May 2025 update on your Pixel 6 and 8 series, then the anti-rollback will take place, will be initiated, and you will not be able to do a rollback on your phone. So let's first understand what's happening using a GUI. So my drawing is shit, but still please try to understand it. So as of now, let's suppose A is the inactive slot and B is the active slot. So when you get the update on your phone, the update will, this is the update for the May 2025 build. When you get the update will be installed in the slot A, in the inactive slot, and then you have to do a reboot. So upon a reboot, the slot change will take place and the inactive slot will become the active slot and vice versa. So now the slot A is the active slot because we have installed the update over here and done a reboot, and this becomes the inactive slot. So now you have the active slot as slot A with the May update, the May 2025 update, and the B slot will have the older April update. So in the latest May update, there's a change in the version of the bootloader, and the bootloader version will now be incremented. So now there's an increment in the bootloader version in the slot A with the latest update, but in the older update of slot B, the bootloader version is still the lower one. There's no increment, and now you cannot go from the higher slot version, the higher bootloader version, to a lower slot version. This is not allowed. In case you try to do so, your phone will end up in a soft brick or a hard brick state. So let's suppose there is something wrong with slot A, the slot A is now corrupted. Then in general cases, the fallback mechanism will initiate. It will try to automatically boot the phone via slot B because this is the active working slot. This is the slot which is not, as of now, it's not being able to boot up. So the fallback mechanism will automatically try to boot the phone via the slot B. But since the slot B has a lower version of the bootloader, your phone will not be able to boot up, and it will end up in a soft brick or a boot loop state or even a hard brick state. This is just because the May update has a higher incremented version of the bootloader, and the slot B, which is having the update of April, has a lower version of the bootloader. So to avoid that from happening, what can you do? So the easiest way is to simply install the update in the slot B as well. So by doing so, both the slot A and slot B will have the latest the May update. So let me show you now. Both are having the same May update, and the bootloader version of slot A will be same as the version of slot B. So now you could easily do a slot switch from slot A to slot B or slot B to slot A. So if there's something wrong in the active slot, the fallback mechanism will initiate. It will try to boot by slot B, and since the slot B also has the same version of the bootloader, it will now be able to easily boot via the slot B, and there will be no issue whatsoever. So in short, you just have to flash the update of the May across both the slot A and slot B. So with that said, let's first try to understand the issue once again. This is what Google has to say, but let's skip that. It's quite technical in nature. So this is what I have written in my own words. So let's say currently you have installed the May update via the OTA on your slot A. This is the slot. So slot A is having the May update, and slot B is having the older update, which is the April update. So in usual cases, if your current active slot is not working, then you can easily make a switch to the slot B inactive slot, and your phone will then boot via that slot. But once you have installed the May update in the A slot, then it has incremented the bootloader version as well, and so it has a higher version of the bootloader than the slot B, and hence you will not be able to boot to the slot B as of now because it has the older version, as you could see over here. So what can be done? Well, in such cases, you just have to install the latest May update onto the slot B as well, such that both the slot A and slot B, the active and the inactive slot, both of them have the latest May update, and now you could easily make a switch between the active and the inactive slot. And if the fallback mechanism now initiate, you could easily boot the phone via the inactive slot as well because it has the same version of the boot. So they could now easily boot from either slot A or slot B without any issue whatsoever. So with that said, let's try to implement the fix right away. So just make sure that you have installed at least the May update in either slot A or slot B via the settings menu and OTA update. So make sure to install the May update from either of the two slots, the slot A and slot B. That does not matter, but your phone should now be running in the current state of things. Your phone should now be in the May update. Just make sure that it's on the May update. If that's all well and good, then let's get started. So please take a backup of all the data on your phone, and then download the Android SDK platform tool from my guide, extract them onto your PC. You may do so anywhere you want. In my case, I have done so in C drive, and these are the files for platform tools. Once you've done the extraction, please enable the USB debugging as well. But before that, download the latest May update OTA file from the official Google page. Go there and download the update for your phone from here. Let me show you. Let's suppose for the Pixel 6a, and this is the update file. The latest one is over here, as you could see. So download the OTA zip file. Once you have got the OTA zip file, transfer the OTA zip file inside the platform tools folder, and please rename the file to update.zip. So do these two things: transfer the file inside the platform tools folder and rename it to update.zip. Once you've done that, you'll have to enable USB debugging on your phone as well. For enabling this, simply go to the settings menu on your phone. From here, go to about phone and then tap on build number 7 times. This will enable developer options. So go back, go to system, developer options, and from here enable the toggle next to USB debugging. From here you will get a prompt, tap on OK. Now go to the address bar of platform tools, type in CMD, hit enter. This will launch command prompt inside the platform tools directory. Type in ADB devices and verify that you are having an ID. If you're not getting this ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC. Disable and re-enable USB debugging. Tap on revoke USB debugging. Use the official cable that came with your phone and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out these USB fixes and verify that you are having this ID. Once you're getting this ID, let's move ahead. So now you have to boot the phone to the recovery mode. For that, just use the command of ADB reboot recovery, and before it boot to the recovery, your phone might boot to the no command screen as well. That happens with some Pixel phones. Let's see what's the case with our phone. Give it a few more seconds and then let's have a look at the result as well. So if you are on the no command screen, then you may have a look at our guide on how to rectify the issue. So let me see what happened. So it's also in the no command screen. So to fix this issue, simply press and hold the power and the volume up key. So by holding the power key, press and then release the volume up key and then release the power key as well. So let me show you what I mean. First hold the power key, then press and hold the volume up key, release the volume up key and release the power key as well. And we are now inside the stock recovery. So use the volume key to highlight the option of apply update from ADB and press the power key to confirm. Your phone is now in the ADB sideload mode. Let's verify that as well. Just type in ADB devices and verify that you are having the sideload keyword. Now type in ADB sideload, file name which is update.zip, and hit enter, and the sideloading will now start and it will install the May update on your inactive slot as well, and then both your active and the inactive slot will have the May update. So in the active slot you have installed the update via the OTA from the settings menu, and now in the inactive slot we have the update via the ADB method. The ADB method, we have just installed the file using the ADB approach in the inactive slot, and now both the active and inactive slot have the latest May update, and now you could easily make a switch between both the slot without any issue whatsoever. So guys, just to recall, the issue is quite simple. Since you have installed the May update in the slot A, so your B slot will be having the update of April, which has a lower version of the bootloader, and your May will have a higher version. So you cannot go from the higher to a lower version. To fix the issue, simply install the May update in the B slot as well. Then both the A and B slot will have the latest update, and the bootloader version will be same across both A and B slot. And then you could easily do a slot switch between the A and B. And for installing the update in slot A, you already have the update via the OTA method, and slot B, you can install the update via the ADB method. As of now, we have installed the update via the ADB sideload, and then you do a restart. After the restart, the slot change will again take place for the final time, and now this will be your inactive slot and this will be your active slot. That's not a cause of any concern because we have the May update across both the slots. And guys, on that note, we round to this video. If you have any query with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section. And the issue has only impacted the Pixel 6 series and the Pixel 8 series, that is Pixel 6, 6 Pro and 6a, and the 8, 8 Pro and 8a. The Pixel 7, 9 are not impacted. So on that note, let's round off the video. All your queries are welcome in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.